What's up, guys? Tricky Dicky here. Before the episode starts, I just want to say a few things. First of all, you'll notice there's something off with our audio quality in this episode. We've been going through a lot of changes to our podcast and everything we produce in general, and some things went wrong with our recording that we didn't realize until after we recorded the entire episode. I've tried to clean it up and make it sound as good as I possibly can, so please just be patient with that. But it is something that we have fixed and will not happen again. We'll be back to normal next week. Also, as you've probably noticed, we've moved our podcast uploads to Sunday just to try to fit in with all the new content we're going to be creating. We're doing live streams on Tuesdays, and we're going to be releasing Let's Play episodes on Fridays. All of those things can be found on our YouTube channel, and this podcast, of course, can be found on YouTube or your favorite podcast app. So anyway, thanks again for listening, and roll the intro.
Welcome back, everybody, to Heat Gaming. My name is Senshi.
I'm Red Baron.
And my name is Tricky Dicky. Today, the first thing I want to get into, because I've been waiting to tell you guys this whole time. So we just played Detroit, right?
Yeah.
We're starting it. You know Marcus?
Oh,
The character Marcus? So he's an actor that's like in other things, like TV and film.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just watching... I didn't watch the movie again, but you've seen Cabin in the Woods?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's the guy in Cabin in the Woods.
No, what?
He's the guy
Oh!
with the glasses and stuff. You know what I'm talking about?
The where they thought that he was just like a jock, but turns out he was the smart one.
The smart one.
Yeah.
That's Marcus, the same guy.
Oh.
It was nuts because, what happened was I was watching this YouTube channel called Cinema Sins. I don't know if you've ever heard of it.
I haven't.
It's pretty good. They just like make fun of movies, basically.
Yeah.
That's their whole thing. But they did one on Cabin in the Woods, and I watched it, and I just like started looking at his face, and I was like, why do I know who this is? And then it dawned on me, like, just all of a sudden, I was like, oh my god, that's Marcus. And it
That's
was the
crazy.
craziest thing, because they obviously look the same, you know,
Yeah.
because all the stuff's like motion captured with their
Yeah.
face, so they're
Yeah.
animated exactly the same. It's like crazy seeing Marcus basically, but like in other stuff.
But another stuff.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And I looked him up. I had to verify. I looked it up on IMDb and like checked it out and stuff. Apparently he's I think he was in like Grey's Anatomy too for a while. Yeah, no, I don't know. It was crazy though.
It's pretty
Just
legit.
seeing like the real person playing something else in like a movie was like, whoa, he's in video games now, you know?
Yeah. Another game that actually did that was Until Dawn, because it had
Oh, yeah.
Hayden Panettiere,
Yeah.
you know, the cheerleader from Heroes. It also had I don't know, I
What's
forget
his
his
name?
name, but
Yeah.
like he played the Pharaoh and the Knight of the Museum.
Oh yeah.
And then he's also playing Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, and
in
the new yeah, that's right. What's it
new,
called?
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Right,
It's
right.
a new Queen movie.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so cool.
Yeah, he's been in some
Yeah.
stuff, but yeah, I know. I remember that they had actors in that too. I
Yeah.
love that so much. I really like that. Like really famous actors are starting to be in video games now.
Yeah.
Like,
it makes it real serious. Like
Well, I heard that like a long time ago, Ellen Page was going to be the face for The Last of Us
no, so
because I heard she was, but then she wasn't.
a lot of people thought she was because
Oh.
the character actually looks a lot like her.
Mhm.
I actually thought it was too, but it wasn't. That was like a whole thing that everybody thought she was, and she was like, "No, that wasn't me," and she like got pretty upset about it actually.
Yeah,
But she was in Ellen Page did what's that game called?
the one where she's like a psychic.
Yeah, Beyond Two Souls.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
another. That's actually another David Cage game by Quantic Dream. The people that made Detroit. They made Beyond Two Souls.
Yeah, because I knew Ellen Page was in that one.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it's cool that games and actors are like coming together.
yeah, I really like that. I like that they're bringing a lot of famous people in for video games. In the same game Beyond, Willem Dafoe was in that one.
Oh
And
yeah,
he's
that's
like-
right.
He's like real deal. Like he's a really famous actor.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? But yeah. So anyway, how's your week, Aaron?
Well, just yesterday, I started my placement exams for college, so I'm like 5 years behind. You know, And I actually did pretty well for not being in school for 5 years.
Yeah, there you go.
You know, I did well in, you know, all the subjects, reading, writing, and math. You know, super easy. I can't believe, like, I was worried about college.
Did you get your results already, or when do you find out how you did?
Yeah, no, I already got them, but now I just have to take those results and actually sign up for classes now.
Oh, that's cool. Nice.
Yeah, so,
okay, sweet.
you know, one step forward into being in the real world.
Yeah, that's something.
As far as like games that I've played recently, we played Just Cause 3.
The other day.
Just the other day, yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, you know, good old classic, just blow 'em up shooter. That was fun.
It was fun.
That game is crazy. That one's a nuts.
It's super lucrative.
Yeah, crazy action and stuff. It's like GTA on steroids in
Yeah.
South America, basically.
Yeah.
That's a good one too.
So, and then, so my dad got a Nintendo Switch. He won it in a raffle on Christmas.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I knew he had one. That's how he got it, though?
Yeah, he won it at work.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, so like right now my dad has more video games than I do.
That's funny. That's good.
But yeah, I got him a game like a long time ago. It was a racing game called Gear Club.
Yeah.
And it's actually a pretty good game. I liked it a lot. It has a lot of like a Forza feel to it, you know, like.
Yeah, like more realistic.
Yeah, like Gran Turismo.
Yeah.
You know.
Like racing sims, basically.
Yeah, so, you know, it's a pretty good feel, really, really easy to control, everything. But, like, he's had that since Christmas, so it's like, oh, I gotta get my dad, like, a new game. So
that was the only game he had this
yeah,
whole
that
time?
was the only game he had for the Switch this whole
wow.
time. So I just got him Skyrim for the Switch.
Nice.
Yeah, and, he's loving it.
Is he really?
Yeah, because, like, my dad's an archer, you know, he shoots bows and arrows all the time, and so he loves the archery part of Skyrim, and then, like, you know, he just likes running around and just, like, screwing around, because, like, I told him, like, Dad, you don't have to, like, follow the story, you know, you can just do whatever you want. He's like, what?
Yeah, it's basically just a giant world to mess around
and
in.
so, like, it's just funny, it's just, like, watching this, like, really old, you know, almost 50-year-old man just playing video games.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I want to be.
Yeah, I love hearing about that stuff. I always see that stuff on Reddit, and I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
And, like, the older generation, like, gets really into video games, so that's awesome. I'm glad you got that. I didn't think that he'd like that much.
Yeah, no, I was pretty surprised when you said Skyrim.
I mean, I know he likes, like, you know, racing games, and, like, he had, like, a hunting
like
game
Deer
back in the
Hunt.
day.
Yeah.
But that's
Yeah.
awesome. I like Skyrim. That's a good game, so.
Yeah.
Nice.
So,
What else? Was that about it?
Yeah,
That's your week?
that wraps up my week.
Nice. Okay. What about you? How'd your week go?
It was pretty basic. I mean, I've still been sticking into Fortnite just because, you know, they're having constant things being added, so I've still been pretty entertained. I know that there was what's called Steady Storm. I don't know if did you guys ever play it? I think it's over now, like it just ended yesterday.
Oh, dang it.
So basically, the way it works, normally there's a time frame where you're free from the storm. With this one, it's just going to continue to close and close. It doesn't stop closing. But it's called steady for a reason, because you can literally walk away from it.
Oh, so
you don't have to run.
Yeah, it's not very fast.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's kind of cool, though.
But it makes the gameplay a lot shorter. Instead of being for a good while, it's a lot quicker. It's like a 14-minute game or less.
So, does it tell you where it's going still, or does it just kind of keep moving and you have to guess?
You don't have to guess it. It'll actually kind of show you, but it starts off obviously in the entire map, but it won't close deadly in the center. It'll sometimes close, you know, maybe to the left or right. But you just have to keep your eye on it.
It's constantly to one place though, because I know the way it normally works is like you'll get a circle here and then it'll hit that circle and then it'll like move, right? You know, the center or whatever.
Yeah, this one's just consistent.
So just to one point the
whole
whole
time.
time.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty
And
neat.
that was really fun.
Yeah, I bet.
Just because it kept you moving, it kept you on your feet. You know, you didn't have time to really just, you know, mess around. You kind of had to, you know, move forward.
Oh yeah.
And it pushed you to fight, you know, even outside the circle a little bit. You have to take care of somebody. It does take 10 damage, so it was pretty bad.
Oh yeah.
But, I mean, if someone was right behind you, I'd rather just take care of them than having to worry about them. and then just keep moving forward. It was really fun.
Oh, nice.
That is pretty intense.
Yeah.
Other than that, though, I haven't been playing anything. I'm just really waiting for other games to be released.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of stuff's on its way, and we're just not there yet.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, that's cool.
What about you?
Well, I actually played a little bit of Overwatch yesterday.
Nice.
It's been a really long time, but
Same.
I hopped on again.
Were
Because
you
summer
just as
games.
terrible?
Yeah, no, it was pretty bad still. But Summer Games is back, which I was pretty excited for. There's some cool skins. A lot of like sports themed ones. I don't know if you've seen any of the stuff they've been talking about.
haven't. No.
So there's a lot of new skins for the Summer Games. Obviously, you can get the old ones from past years.
Past years, yeah.
But they added a bunch of like sports ones. Like there's a Reinhardt that's in like football gear.
What?
And then
That's
there's
cool.
there's a Winston that looks like a catcher from like a baseball catcher. Like he's got the whole pads and
The
everything.
pad and everything.
Uh-huh.
So that's a cool one. The coolest one I think, there's a new Diva skin that she basically is like, I guess it's hard to describe. Her mech looks like a kind of like a jet ski, I guess. Like it's obviously the mech still,
The mech
but
stuff.
like the style is supposed to look like a jet ski or something because she's wearing like shorts and like a life vest and like
That's
just kind of
cool.
like not necessarily like beach stuff. It's not like a swimsuit, but it's like what you would wear if you were gonna go on a boat or a jet ski or something.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's pretty cool. Just I don't know. I'm big on Overwatch skins. I think
Yeah.
they're really neat. But I played a little Lucio Ball. Lucio Ball's back, and I still don't understand why that's so popular. Honestly,
What is Lucio Ball? I don't even.
It's actually like Rocket League.
it's
Okay.
kind of like it's like a first-person Rocket League in Overwatch, basically.
Oh, okay.
So everybody is Lucio, but like the powers are a little different, and it's just like a giant soccer ball, and there's 3 people on each team. So yeah, it's literally just a first-person Rocket League, but it's still like not as good. It just, I don't know. I feel like it feels weird the whole time. Like the controls are weird, and it just doesn't feel very good. I honestly didn't know why. I don't know why it's so popular. I didn't enjoy playing it that much, really.
Oh.
I mean, I lost every game, so that's probably part of it. But, other than that, I haven't been playing many video games except for, like, stuff with you guys. We played, like, the multiplayer games, like, we've been catching up a little bit, like, speedrunners and stuff. I've been doing a lot of video editing, though. I got a video out on my personal channel, finally. It took me, like, I don't know how long it's been, like a week and a half, something like that.
Yeah.
But that's a lot of my time has been going to that. So
That's good though. You're putting out your own content.
yeah, finally got another video out, so that's fun. I just enjoy video editing a lot. It's a good time. But yeah, so that's been my week basically. So besides the steady storm, you said that was already over, right?
Yeah, it should have been over by today.
Should be
Yeah.
over by now. What else is new in Fortnite that you know of? Anything good? You're our Fortnite guy.
The big gun. So I mean, we always have new snipers in there, but they're not that as constant. Usually, we were getting either ARs or SMGs or shotguns.
Right.
We recently did get like I said, the double barrel shotgun.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's so OP. Like close range, one shot, they're pretty much done.
Nice.
Which I did like. And since it's double, you can do kind of like a 2-shot very quickly instead of having to do that long reload on the pump.
Right.
So that one, hands down, probably one of the best shotguns.
Oh yeah, I actually got to use that that double barrel shotgun when I was playing with my cousins the other day.
Yeah, it's super strong.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Dang.
And then the newest thing that is live now that just came out is the heavy sniper rifle.
Oh, that's out now?
Yeah, it's out
Oh,
now.
dang,
It should be
okay.
out today, actually, if I'm not mistaken.
Huh.
And I did a little bit of research on it, and it could be wrong, but the way it looked that it was going to be working, it's going to be like obviously the strongest one, but with this one shot can break down an entire wall.
Wow.
Jeez.
So it's that strong.
Dang.
It doesn't take like 2 or 3 shots to break down a wall like usual. Like even a bolt action will do that much.
Yeah.
But this one's
One
going to
shot.
be, one
Does
shot.
it like go through, do you know? Does it hit somebody behind it, or does it just kind of knock out the wall?
I think it just knocks on the wall, but that'll give
Still,
you,
though.
the
Still.
good chance to even like switch to your AR and just kind of give some poke damage real quick. And then
Right.
by the time they're building another one, if you have the other one reloaded, you can keep doing
Switch
that.
back and do it
Essentially,
again, yeah.
it'd be a really strong one. I think even if, let's say they're not taking cover, it might be a one-shot kill for sure.
Oh, nice. Yeah. If it takes out an entire wall, that's a lot of help. That'd probably be good for, like, when people build up, too. And it's like a really weak structure, so you just hit the one thing at the bottom and the whole thing breaks.
Yeah.
Dang. That's going to be kind of game-changing. Honestly, that sounds pretty crazy. Huh. Anything, so is that the biggest new thing right now? Is there anything else coming out?
That I know of, not much yet. Okay. There's still some things coming out. I know that skins-wise, I mean, there's a few things that are popping out, but they're usually that were previously added and they're just coming back. They're a little bit rare. The cycle of them isn't often. So, I mean, you can hop on and maybe find a cool skin right now.
Okay. Huh. Well, the one thing I heard, the Android beta we talked about last time, apparently it's open to non-Samsung devices already, but just like via update. So you know how like when the beta first came out, they only let it go to people with Samsung phones specifically?
Yeah.
Apparently now, if you don't have a Samsung but you still have Android, you can sign up for like an invite, I guess.
Yeah, the invite.
And like Epic Games will slowly start sending out those invites to get the beta.
Yeah.
So that's good news for anybody that has Android but not Samsung, I guess. Like the Google Pixel owner in the room right now, if you wanted to get into that sort of thing.
Yeah. Hey, I have my Samsung too.
Yeah, I guess that's
an older one. I have the 6 Edge.
Oh yeah, so you probably want that on your Pixel, I would assume. But yeah, so that's coming. That might be pretty cool if you want to get on that. I'm not really sure like how that's gonna be like controls wise. I feel like that'd be pretty tough.
It is tough. I played it on iPhone.
Oh, you tried it?
Yeah, I've tried it and it is pretty tough. You gotta do all of that, but with just your thumbs essentially.
Yeah.
I've seen people get creative, and I didn't believe it worked. I thought it was just like a gimmick, but no, it turns out it's actually true. You can get tinfoil, tape it, and essentially you can kind of tap them.
Oh, and it like sends through.
And it sends through, yeah.
Ooh,
and
that's crazy.
My friend did that, and I was like, no way, this works. I was like, check it out, man. Boom. He like rigged it up to his phone, and he used them essentially as triggers.
Wow,
it was really cool, yeah.
Huh. I feel like now with the Android one, you can hook up a controller to an Android phone.
You can.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I remember I used to use a controller because I had the Gear VR back in the day on my Samsung.
And then you hooked up the controller to the for Minecraft, right?
Yeah, exactly. I had a Bluetooth, like the Xbox controller, just hooked it up and it works like a full controller. So I feel like, I don't know, do you think that's going to be an option or do you think that'll be unfair? Cause,
it's actually something that already occurred with iPhone. A lot of people are trying to do that. And I think it's something that they built into the software where you're not allowed to use it. It won't even, like, it's not going to be usable in a way,
Yeah, like an option.
An option. Just
because
that is unfair.
I feel like that's just like Apple's thing, you know? I feel like...
Yeah.
Maybe, it could be the case. Maybe Android will be a little more lenient.
But if Epic doesn't want it, like that's where it'll be a problem.
Exactly. Like I said, it was Epic's, not iPhone. So in my opinion, I think it's going to be the same for Android.
Yeah.
And if it is, I mean, it'll be a cool thing. I mean, they're not expensive. I mean, I have a pricey Bluetooth controller, but that's really cool.
Yeah, but you can get cheaper ones.
Yeah, easily. Cheap ones.
Yeah, I think I can kind of see them blocking it though, because it'd be pretty unfair, honestly.
Yeah, just for anybody that doesn't have the money to buy one, even if they are cheap, you know?
Yeah,
it's unfair.
If you get on like an Android-only server, you're playing against touchscreen phone people with a controller. That's game over, man. It's honestly not very fair. Well, I could see that.
I know one thing before we change subjects, I know there's like it's going to be a little cool thing. They built a Galaxy skin. I don't know if you guys have seen it pop up.
No.
It looks like legit. And it's literally because of the whole Samsung or Fortnite being on Android now.
Yeah, Galaxy.
It's an exclusive that with Samsung users, they're going to get this really cool Galaxy skin. Like, it looks like the player itself is going to be like the universe itself or almost like that.
Oh, that's legit.
And it's pretty cool. I was a little envious.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. Well, I mean, I hope the Google Pixel was worth it. Dang. Alright, well then, I guess we can move on, because we got some Nintendo stuff to talk about.
Oh yeah.
We're big, Smash people, Nintendo people. Let's see what I got here. Have you seen I watched it, and I think, I watched it with Red Baron. We watched it, right?
Yeah, we watched it.
The new Nintendo Direct, I think it was out. I checked the date, I want to say it was literally the day after our last podcast. you know, I think it came out on 8/8.
Oh, really?
This podcast was on the 7th, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So, you haven't seen it yet, have you?
Probably
The
not.
new Nintendo Direct about the Switch stuff.
Mhm.
So, we'll have to show you that later because it's pretty sweet. But basically, I have outlined some cool stuff they added. They added Simon Belmont from Castlevania.
Castlevania.
He's a fighter. And then, who was the Echo Fighter for him? Do you remember? Because they're the same character, but they're Echo Fighters for.
Oh,
you know.
man, I forget. I always want to say Trevor Belmont, but it wasn't Trevor.
No, it was something else.
Yeah.
It was Simon and somebody else. I don't
Yeah,
remember. I'm not a big
from the Castlevania.
Yeah, I'm not a big Castlevania fan. Honestly, I don't know the characters, but he looks pretty sweet. He's got this like mace whip thing. That's his main attack.
His main attack, yeah.
And then his stage is Dracula's castle. They're adding that as a stage.
Ooh.
And
That's gonna be cool.
yeah, and there's a bunch of like monsters from the series that come in as like stage
Trophies?
hazards. No, stage hazards and like bosses and stuff.
Oh, nice.
If I'm trying to remember, I mean Dracula himself is like the big one.
Yeah.
But then there's like was it mummies? Was there mummies? Was one of them?
Yeah,
So
the mummy.
There was the
The
Frankenstein guy that they don't call Frankenstein. I don't remember what they call him. Do you remember?
No, I don't remember.
But like the Frankenstein
it's been a
guy is
long
one of
time.
them. What was another one? Do you
I
remember?
think Death.
Oh yeah,
Death.
yeah. Because the trailer with Louis. Yeah, I don't want to ruin it, but yeah. So Death, and then what's the other one? Oh, I think the werewolf. I saw a werewolf.
Yeah, the werewolf
pop
is there
through the
too.
window,
Yeah.
so he's one. So there's a bunch of monsters coming when you play that stage, apparently.
And Alucard is actually an assist trophy, right?
Oh
Ooh, Alucard has a
Right.
assist.
So
Yeah.
he's the son of Dracula.
Dracula, yeah.
Yeah, he's coming in as an assist trophy. That's
Nice.
right. I forgot. So that's gonna be pretty sweet. Other than that, the other ones were they added some Echo Fighters. The coolest one was Dark Samus,
Oh yeah.
which I didn't even know was a thing.
Yeah.
Like I'm not a big on the Metroid series either. I don't know the stories at all. But Dark Samus looks pretty sweet.
Oh, yeah.
And then there was another one. I don't know if you remember. It was an Echo Fighter of just one of the Fire Emblem people.
Yeah.
I know.
They're just adding all of
Yeah,
Fire
they're
Emblem.
just. Yeah, I honestly think that's probably why they invented the Echo Fighters concept. Is
Just to add them on.
they keep smashing in so many Fire Emblem people, and it's like they're all the same. It's just a dude with a sword. Like I don't know how many different characters you can make this. So, but they added another one of those to echo somebody else. Don't remember the names.
Was it Roy?
No.
I know Roy was really popular for a
No,
while.
they
They
already-
took him out,
Yeah, they already.
and they brought him back.
Yeah, so he should have already been on there because they already said like everybody in the old games are coming back.
Correct.
Except Waluigi.
So that was probably confirmed.
R.I.P.
Yeah, whatever. We still have some time. I bet
He
you
was never.
in the past. Was he? I don't remember.
No. Wario was, but not Waluigi.
Oh,
Yeah, he
there
was
you go.
he was an assist trophy.
Yeah. We'll see. Then that's why. Maybe. I mean, like I said, they still have a few more characters to announce, so maybe
Yeah.
they're waiting and they'll
I
pop
saw
it out
one.
last minute. So
And
what?
that was from the Donkey Kong series. So I
Oh,
think it's
yeah.
on your list. So.
Yes, it is. That was like the big reveal at the end.
Oh yeah.
How do you pronounce it? Is it K. Rool or is it supposed to be Cruel? Do you know? Is the main bad guy from Donkey Kong?
Yeah, the
But,
crocodile.
Yeah.
I would pronounce it Cruel.
Is it Cruel?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not really sure, but
King Cool.
he looks pretty good.
He looks
He looks tough. He's big.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
he looks like he might have the same mechanics as King Dedede. Just because like King Dedede was also in that trailer.
Oh, yeah.
He
that's
was in that
true.
trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks pretty similar. I saw a lot of like him deflecting stuff with his belly though. It was
Yeah.
like a thing
Yeah,
he
because he has
did.
like that, like gold.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
metal or something.
I think
So-
like instead of like that bubble shield, he just uses his belly.
Yeah, because I saw they showed him blocking a lot of moves with that, so
Yeah.
that's pretty funny. But yeah, that's the big one. And then there was a couple of other cool features I thought were neat, like the stage morph is a new thing they're putting in.
Ooh, what is that?
So basically, you pick 2 different stages before your match. And you can, I mean, this is a setting you can turn on and off or set like how often it happens and stuff.
Yeah.
But if you pick 2 stages in the middle of the battle, either on a timer or randomly, the whole stage will morph into the other stage. It'll go back and
dope.
forth.
Yeah.
So it like everything turns white and like flashing colors and stuff, and then the other stage kind of like rises up through the old one.
Oh man,
and
that's
then
gonna be cool.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden you're just like on the new stage. It's really cool.
That's exciting.
Yeah, I think for this one you're actually gonna pick the stage before you pick your fighters.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So you actually it's a whole new. It's like rules first.
Yeah.
Like you change the rules of like what kind of match you're playing. Then you pick your stages. Then you pick your characters.
Yeah.
That's gonna be cool.
Which I think is a really good. I think that's smart. I think it's a good idea because you can pick characters that are better for
that stage itself.
Yeah, certain stages, certain game modes.
And then you can. I forgot what it was called, but you can like put how many like obstacles or like the terrain of that stage.
Oh yeah. The I want to say it was like the battle mode and Omega mode.
Omega
mode thing.
Omega. Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, so it like changes from like regular to really default platforms to just a flat ground.
To flat ground to make it more tournament wise.
Yeah, and you can do that to like all the stages.
Yeah.
Apparently, I'm trying to remember the exact number, but it's like over 100 total stages right now.
Jeez.
Like in the game.
That's gonna be cool.
I think it was
108.
I want to say it was like 103 because.
Oh, that's right.
Because he said if you get rid of like the Smash unique stages like Final Destination, Battleground, and the other one, it was an even 100. So I think it was 103. But then he said, because you have the Alpha and Omega versions or whatever they're called. So there's like, in theory, there's like over 300 different stages you can play on.
That's gonna be cool.
Yeah, no, it's nuts.
Literally perfect title for the game, Ultimate.
Ultimate, right? It's gonna be huge. I'm pretty excited.
Yeah.
And then the last thing was the music player. So they made it a big deal to talk about it in the video how many like music tracks they're gonna have, and I think it was like what was the music tracks? It wasn't.
I know that it was over 28 hours worth of music.
Right.
Wow.
I want to say it was like 800 different tracks or something crazy.
Seriously.
Yeah, because I mean it's all a bunch of tracks from all the different series and stuff, but their new music player like organizes it by franchise, so you can go through and be like, oh, I want to listen to Zelda music, or you know what I mean. And they have like a music player built into the game, so you can play music and then shut the screen off on your Switch,
and it'll continue to play.
And you can just like listen in your headphones like a music player.
That's cool.
I thought that was like. It's like not super practical, but I still think it's a cool idea. You know what I mean? Because that's a lot of stuff you can listen to.
You can always make your own playlist as well. You know.
Yeah, it lets you like build playlists.
This may sound kind of nerdy or cheesy to you guys, but I kind of like whenever I'm editing and I'm just kind of trying to focus and I don't want like music with lyrics, I do that. I'll put like Nintendo music.
Yeah, honestly.
Or like even like different styles even. Video games is not the only thing, but I would find that useful in my opinion.
I mean, these are all, franchises that we've loved over the years, and the music is a huge part of that, so.
They have really good soundtracks too. They're some of the best in my opinion. Like the Zelda ones, I love their soundtracks.
Oh yeah, of course. So that's cool. And it's a weird little detail, but they are now allowing you to play any song from a franchise on any stage from the franchise.
Yeah,
because it used to be they had little playlists for each stage.
One.
Now, if you're, like for instance, if you're on a Zelda stage, you can play any Zelda music that's on the catalog, basically. A little detail, but I think that's pretty neat because you can like customize which songs play more often, and like you can fully customize what you're going to hear while you're playing.
Yeah, because if I'm not mistaken, that was somewhat a thing for the Wii U version. It wasn't like that in depth.
Oh, really?
Like you can kind of make like a remix or like kind of like you can kind of skip over a song that you didn't want to listen to.
Oh, okay.
And that was kind of a thing, but it was basic. Now this sounds a lot better.
Oh, yeah.
It sounds like you have more control over the soundtracks you can play while you're fighting.
Yeah. I can't say for sure. I never had that Wii U version, but yeah, just from seeing the video on this one, it's really like in depth and thought out. It's like really.
That's cool.
Really it's a really planned out system this time. So that's pretty cool.
December has to come sooner.
Yeah, no kidding, right? Let's see. I think that's all I had for Smash. Have you guys heard anything else? That was like pretty much the biggest things as far as Smash Bros. Goes.
I do have a little tidbit as far as Nintendo goes.
Okay.
So there's this guy on Twitter. His name is random666 _ QYS.
Mm-hmm.
And he was messing around with his Nintendo Switch.
Okay.
And he found a hidden VR mode.
Oh.
Yeah,
really?
where like the screen like split in two, kind of like your phone would for VR.
Yeah, like cardboard and your VR and stuff.
But like, and there was a lot of like buzz going around as far as like on Reddit, and what a lot of people are thinking is it would be like, honestly, it makes sense that I don't think they would actually go through with the VR because like the screen, like it's just a really big screen, and then I think it's only 720.
The resolution's not very good, honestly.
Yeah, so like it'll be very impractical, and it's kind of like how the GameCube was, because the GameCube was they were making it capable for 3D TV as well, because it was back when the 3DS came out.
Oh, right.
And they thought that 3D TVs were going to be huge, and so like they made a couple games where like the maps were going to be 3D. But then the director was just like, he's like, I don't think 3D TV is going to be that big. So like, yeah, we're not gonna shovel more money into that.
Yeah, right.
So that might have been like the same situation where, because VR is like blowing up.
Yeah.
And so they thought, let's hop on, but then they're like, like our screen is just not
good enough, basically.
Good enough. Yeah.
Dang. Huh.
Or maybe in the future
they might do it.
They might, but I don't think they will.
I think it'd be really cool, but I kind of feel like you're right. Honestly, they're not really that set up for it, and I feel like
headset would be huge too.
Yeah, I know. I feel like they've said multiple times that they're not going to. I feel like they've been pretty outspoken about not doing VR and not being interested in it. So maybe they did try it and they're like, this kind of sucks. Yeah. Honestly, I think it'd be really cool. I would love like Nintendo franchises in VR. You know what I mean?
Mario Kart.
Yeah, like Mario Kart especially, but like pretty much anything with Mario would be really sweet. Yeah. I feel like in VR. Plus, it'd be kind of a cool thing to do with what's that thing called? With the cardboard stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the Labo.
Yeah, Nintendo Labo. Have you heard about that?
No, what's that?
So it was really weird. Like when it came out, people were not expecting it. Basically, Nintendo Labo is you get these sheets of cardboard in a box with instructions, and you get to build like toys, kind of. Like, I don't know how it's
some toys, some even musical instruments.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to describe. It's just like these little like things, and you put your Switch in it, and you put your controllers in certain parts, and it's like interactive, like a physical thing that interacts and stuff happens on the screen.
Right.
Like there's a little piano, and you can like when you press the keys, it like actually plays the music in the Switch. So they've had a couple of sets of those things, like they're interactive and weird and stuff. But
another example that I can give you is even like you can hook up one of your controllers to this like cardboard little man figure, and essentially the other one can become a gun. And like if you actually aim and actually shoot it, it'll fall for you.
Yeah.
Nice. That's funny. I didn't know that one.
Yeah,
that's awesome. So yeah, they have that already. So I feel like it would kind of make sense for them to make like a cardboard VR headset, like Google Cardboard has.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of cool if they did that, because I feel like that's totally capable. Like within the Labo, like the cool stuff they do with Labo already, like a little VR headset would be easy.
Mm-hmm.
So that'd be neat, but I don't know. I feel like they've said multiple times that they don't want to do VR.
Yeah.
I feel like that's something they would talk about.
This was just like, just a random.
It was some hacker dude or something.
Yeah, it could have been. Yeah, it could have been this guy just did it himself.
Yeah, maybe he's faking it. Who knows? But
who knows?
It'd be cool. It's a cool thing to think about. Speaking of like Nintendo hardware and stuff, have you heard? I forget what company it is. I can actually pull it up. But somebody's going to be making gaming SD cards now for the Switch, because you know how the Switch takes an SD card if you want more storage.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
SanDisk, didn't they team up with them and made a special card for them?
I don't know if it was specifically like gaming, because this company HyperX, I know they make like gaming stuff, like PC gaming stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah, HyperX is popular even with their headsets.
Oh yeah, so they're making a line of gaming micro SD cards that are like higher performance and like ready for storing games and playing games off of the SD card.
Nice.
So I think that's pretty neat. I think that'll be good for now that like gaming smartphones have become a thing.
Yeah.
If you've ever heard of those, like the Razer phone and like the
Acers.
Yeah,
the Republic of Gamers.
Yeah, that one's coming out. So I think this is going to be one of those things that just kind of helps advance the gaming industry as a whole, basically. So I think that's pretty neat.
Yeah, that kind of reminds me of when we were younger. On like the PS2, they had the little, SD cards, the little memory slots.
Oh yeah,
and just like any older game had all that.
Oh yeah, I know. And
it's
kind of crazy. We're getting to like how small those things are getting.
Yeah.
Like if you think about those memory cards you're talking about, like how big they were.
I don't even think they were able to hold like a gig. I think they're
some did, some didn't. Yeah, dude. Some were just megabytes.
And now you got like little the micro SD cards that hold like
200 gigs.
Yeah, the biggest model they were talking about.
256.
256. That's nuts.
Yeah,
that's so much storage.
It's insane how much.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's involved over that.
The last thing I have on the Switch news, have you heard of the Nintendo Online service they're going to be launching soon?
No.
I want to say they're launching it in September. I'll double check on that one as well. But it's basically, it's going to be kind of like, have you heard of PlayStation's service where you sign up and you can play like old PlayStation games? Like you stream them basically? That's what Nintendo's doing.
Oh, what?
So they actually tweeted a picture of Mario Bros. 3 on a Switch. Like it's running on the Switch.
That's cool.
So basically what does it say actually? Oh, it says $20 per year. That's not bad at all.
Yeah, if it's going to be that price, man.
Yeah, no kidding. So that's going to be, so it's going to be late September, and it'll let you play classic NES games. So they showed Super Mario Bros. 3. People are talking about like Donkey Kong and like Tetris and stuff, just like the classic games.
Mm-hmm. I'll be cool for your dad right there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no kidding. So if it's that cheap, first of all, that's amazing. I'm not gonna hesitate buying that.
Yeah, me neither.
But I think it's they're really hopping on the nostalgia train, but they're doing it really well.
Yeah, they're doing it super well.
Spending a lot of money to play these old games, and this honestly might be why they cracked down on those ROM sites. Do you remember I mentioned that last time? They like started suing those ROM sites and stuff for their emulators. I bet you that's
one of the big reasons.
I didn't even realize, but it's because they're running this service pretty soon.
Yeah.
So that's pretty crazy.
Puzzles coming together now.
Yeah, now I understand. That's all I have for the Switch. You guys got anything you heard? Any new releases or anything cool?
No,
nothing.
Nothing big. Yeah.
So
I think we covered it.
One thing I'm going to use is a pretty cheap segue from Nintendo to not Nintendo stuff. The new Doom Eternal.
Yeah.
It's confirmed coming out on the Switch.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. It's getting ported by the same people that ported the last version, and they did a really good job, apparently. So that lets me talk about Doom Eternal now, because I learned some new stuff.
Ooh.
They did the gameplay stream last week. I don't know if you saw any footage of that. It's been all over YouTube now.
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Man, it looks sweet. Let me tell you. Did you play the last one, the 2016 version of Doom?
Yeah. I played it on I think the Xbox One.
Okay, all right, cool. I wasn't sure if you had played that one or not. So this new one is obviously really similar because the sequel essentially.
Yeah.
But it's they're still working on like the details. I feel like the gameplay looked really like not detailed to me when I watched it, like graphically.
Mm-hmm.
But it looked so different because of like movement, and I'm not sure how I like it. I haven't been able to play it obviously, but it's they added a bunch of stuff like there's like a dash kind of. You have like the best way to describe it is like, did you play the newer Halos where you can have that like dash and you can kind of like dash?
Oh, then the dash where it's like.
Yeah, it's like a little.
That's even kind of popular like in the Call of Duty now that what.
Yeah. So it's like
a weird dash.
Yeah, so it's not like just a sprint, but it's like a literal like dash forward a little bit. So there's that. Like that's in Doom now. And then
I can see that working to your advantage though. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, it makes it pretty fast paced, but there's some other stuff too, like you can jump at like a bar.
Excuse me. Get it all out.
Oh, excuse me. you can jump at a bar, like kind of like a gymnastics bar, and like swing off of it and jump higher.
That's neat.
And it looked weird.
Yeah, I can see that looking.
You know what I mean?
Doom for sure.
And like it'll make it faster and like more crazy and fast paced, but I don't know. I just didn't know how I felt about it, honestly. Just because the original Doom was so grounded, you know what I mean? It was. So like the new Doom was cool because it almost felt that way at the same time.
Yeah.
I mean, like, sure, you can maybe jump off the stuff, but then
there's
swinging yourself somewhere higher. That doesn't seem
like in the 2016 one, you can jump and climb, and that was fine, but you still felt like heavy.
Heavy, yeah.
You know, you were like on the ground.
This guy's like lightweight doing parkour.
But, yeah, this new one is like zipping around like crazy, and I'm just not sure how I feel about it. But that was the biggest thing I noticed. There's some other cool stuff with it, like dismemberment now is a thing. So instead of just shooting the demons for a long time until they just die, you can now target parts of them, and it'll blow the parts off first.
Nice.
So like some of the bigger demons that have like multiple weapons all over their body, you can like target the weapons and knock them off so they don't have that attack anymore.
Yeah.
Or like maybe, can you do this? Maybe like immobilize them? Like legs or arms or something like that?
Yeah, I would assume.
Kind of like turn them into nuggets.
Yeah, so I think, so that's like the big thing is you can target limbs and weapons and stuff.
Okay.
That sounds a lot like Dead Space.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's exactly like Dead Space. So I think that's a cool one. I like that a lot. What was the other thing? Oh, you remember how weird I thought it was that it was called Doom Eternal? Like when it got announced at E3, I was like, why is it called that? So I looked at this article where they interviewed like the creative directors and like why they named it that. They didn't want to name it Doom 2 because when they named the first one just Doom, since it was like a game had already been called Doom before, everybody started calling it Doom 2016. Like that's just what people called it on the internet. That's what it just widely got recognized as Doom 2016.
Yeah.
And they didn't want that to happen again. So that was like the main reason they decided against going Doom 2 again, because it would have, it would have done the same thing.
It would have done the same.
It would have had to tack a year on it just because there's already a Doom 2. So that's why they're going with Eternal. And
that's fair, I guess.
It was weird. In the interview, they mentioned they kind of took inspiration, I guess, from the Dark Knight trilogy, the movies.
Yeah.
He talked about how they're a series of movies, but they all have like unique titles, So that's what he said he was kind of going for with Doom Eternal, and then if they make another one, I'm sure it'll be called, something else. So
yeah.
I thought that was interesting. I just wanted to follow up because I remember when we talked about it on the E3 podcast, I was like, why? Why is it called Doom Eternal? You know what I mean? But so that's all. That's what I had heard about. Let's see here. What else do I have? Oh, did you guys hear about there's a Halo arcade game now. Like for like arcades, like the big like shooter games.
Like the ones that like the arcade places?
Look. So this one is Halo Fireteam Raven is what it's called. And it's already available to play now at Dave & Buster's locations all over the country. Which it works for me because I freaking love Dave & Buster's. It's like my favorite place to go. So we definitely have to go soon because I want to play this. It's you follow a team of ODST guys.
Yeah.
And you basically fight alongside Master Chief. It's in one of those like booth ones, and there's 4 players along the whole thing.
Whoa!
Yeah,
nice.
Because you see, like these are 2 chairs here, and then there's 2 chairs here, but it's a big old. You can play 4 people at once. The only thing is, I think it's like a turret, one of those turret ones, which I'm not a huge fan of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You sit down and use the turret. But just because it's Halo, I still think it'll be really cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely have to go check it out now.
I haven't been to a Dave & Buster's and played arcade games in a really long time.
Same.
Yeah,
so I feel like
it's been a long minute for me.
We should definitely get out there sometime because this is cool. I'm, obviously a big Halo fan, but Halo arcade game is pretty.
It's gonna be different.
That's next level, man. And apparently, they use 130-inch 4K screen to let 4 players play at once.
Nice.
It's pretty nuts. And let's see, there's 6 levels, and you can even log in with your gamer tag, I guess, if you want to add it to your Halo waypoint, but I'm not really into that anymore, so it's not a big deal. But yeah, so apparently it's already at all of like the U.S. locations, like 117 different locations, and then it'll roll out some international locations pretty soon with the Halo machine.
Nice.
So that's pretty cool.
That's actually pretty neat, yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be super fun. I feel like I haven't played Halo stuff in a long time, so that might be pretty exciting. It's probably just to help people get hyped for the new Halo game, buy Xboxes, but whatever. Let's see. Oh, that's the VR mode we already talked about. What else we got here? Oh, Bethesda put their foot down with Sony recently. Did you hear about this?
No.
So you know how we've talked about it in the past. You know how Sony's just been, basically super annoying with crossplay and not allowing it. Bethesda, they're coming out with that Elder Scrolls Legends. I think it's like a card game, but it's like online. Have you heard about this?
I've heard of it.
So they built it to be cross-platform. That's like the whole point. So they basically went to Sony and said, if you're not going to allow crossplay, you're not going to get the game on PlayStation.
Ooh.
Like straight up, they're like, you need to let us do crossplay with this game, otherwise we're not going to publish it on PlayStation at all. Yeah, so I mean, this is a weird title to do it with, but I think it's going to kind of give Sony the push they need to be like, maybe we should start playing nice now. You know what I mean? Because so many games have had an issue with this, especially with like the Fortnite stuff we've been talking about. Like you can't join the same party, and like Sony will lock down your Fortnite account and all that dumb stuff that they do.
Yeah.
So I think hopefully this will be the big wake-up call that Sony needs to be like, hey, maybe we should be doing crossplay and helping each other in the industry instead of being a raging butthole about it, So I thought that was funny. That was a good one.
Hopefully that pushes them to start playing nice with everything.
Yeah, exactly. No kidding. That would be nice. I want to say those are the coolest stories I had. Have you seen the trailer for Red Dead Redemption 2?
Yes, I have. I don't know about better.
No, I haven't seen that.
Oh man, so we're gonna watch that later.
Yeah.
That's all anybody's been talking about. Honestly, like I have an old friend of mine that like loved the first one and won't stop talking about it, and I thought it was just him. Like he was being crazy. Like he won't stop bringing it up every time I talk to him. But then I listened to this local radio show in the morning that I like listening to. It's these older guys. They're all like 40, 50. I've been listening to them since I moved here years and years ago.
Mm-hmm.
They were talking about it. They never talk about video games ever. They're like not video game people at all. Yeah. They're just like public radio, like older guys. They brought up the trailer for Red Dead Redemption 2. They talked about how good it looked. I was like,
is it the Morning Sickness guys?
Yeah, the Morning Sickness on 98 KUPD. They brought it up. They talked about it. They're like, oh, this trailer just came out. It looks so good. And they talked about how much they liked the first one. And I was like, oh, I guess they played
I like the first one.
The first one was fun.
I got to play that one.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, this especially the new trailer they finally released, this second one is going to be off the charts. Like, way better than the first one. The whole world's abuzz. It's going to be, I think, when is it supposed to come out? October? Does that sound right?
Yes.
I want to say October. No? You don't think so?
I think, no.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to say anything unless I fact check it.
I'm pretty sure it was October because they were joking, like, they're not going to come into work for a whole month. That kind of stuff. I want to say they were saying October. That's just one of those things, like, no one else can release a game around that time. You know what I mean? Because Rockstar's going to release a game and it's just going to dominate the market for an entire month. But got to get it out before the holidays, Got to get those sales.
I mean, we're obviously, since I do work at Best Buy, we're already, doing pre-orders on it, and I've already had a few, so I mean.
Have you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nuts. And that's probably not even one of the biggest places to pre-order it. I bet you GameStop is like flooding with pre-orders.
Oh, yeah.
Amazon is going crazy, I bet you. I might get it, honestly. I didn't play the first one that much. I mean, I remember played it a little bit, but I don't think I went through the whole thing. But the way everybody's been talking about this one, I'm probably gonna get it, especially because
it's been getting a lot of hype.
Especially because it was made for like 4K, like the new systems that have 4K, and I've just been, jerking off my PS4 basically, how good the 4K is on that thing. So I might get it just for that, just to be like, wow, look how detailed that horse's balls are. So that was actually a big thing people were joking about in the trailer. Is like they've animated the horse's balls now. It's like so detailed.
That's funny.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So you want to start wrapping
that about wraps it up for me.
Okay. What do we got going on soon? Anything? You guys got something going on or?
Oh, if you guys haven't already checked, Detroit. Our first episode for Detroit Become Human should be out by now.
Should be published by now.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing that for a while. That's going to be a long series.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting series. So hopefully, yes, definitely check it out. We'll be posting them about Fridays, right? If I'm not mistaken, Fridays?
Yeah, I think we're doing every Fridays now, so that'll be good. We got a couple going, couple in the works. We'll be playing that for a while.
Yeah.
That might be something we even play more than once, honestly. The way the story is.
Definitely.
Especially if we're not happy with the outcome that we get, we can just go back and do it again.
That's true.
So that might be pretty fun. Then we are also going to be live streaming pretty consistently now. Not like a podcast form, but we're going to just play stuff.
We're going to do a lot of Let's Plays.
A lot of multiplayer games.
Yeah, we're big on speedrunners, Ultimate Channel.
Yeah, you guys can watch us just dick around in games now.
That kind of stuff. Might be a good excuse to make you guys play Overcooked with me again.
True.
So that's always fun.
That game's just so frustrating sometimes.
Oh yeah, that's a really hard one. Holy crap.
But it's fun. It really is.
3 people, 4 people, it's difficult. That's a really hard game.
Yeah, I remember when you first introduced me to Overcooked, I was like, it doesn't seem that exciting. I wasn't really excited for it, and then as soon as maybe 5 minutes into the game, I was already really into it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, working in a kitchen is stressful.
Yeah, it's really fast paced. That was nuts. Especially the crazy kitchens you get in that game.
Oh yeah.
2 trucks and the floors moving and the counter
pirate
sliding
ship
around. Yeah, it's nuts. So.
I mean, this happens now, but rats in the kitchen.
Yeah, right. Probably the most realistic thing in the game, honestly.
Honestly.
But so that'll be coming up soon. That's really about it, I guess, right?
Yeah.
So we're doing live streams now. We're gonna get our Let's Plays going, and it's gonna be some exciting times.
We got a lot of stuff for you guys.
Oh yeah,
definitely. So stay tuned. Check us out every week. Thank you for listening today.
Yeah, thanks for checking us out, guys, and I guess we'll see you next week. Bye.